Tuberculosis. Types of TB that one should be aware of. Tuberculosis is an infectious disease which mainly affects the lungs. But apart from the lungs, TB also spreads in different body parts. Read more to know about different types of TB and its symptoms. Tuberculosis is an infectious disease which mainly affects the lungs. But if not taken care of, TB can also spread to other parts of the body. When it comes to TB, not many people are aware of the signs and symptoms of TB in India. Ample rest, proper medication, and a healthy diet is a must for TB. If patients don't complete their course of medication, then there are chances of a relapse, which is not good for the patients. TB usually affects the lungs, but there are different types of TB that people are not aware of. So, we have compiled a list of different types of TB that you should know. TB is a dreadful disease and knowing everything about it is a must. Active TB. Active TB, if not treated on time, can be life-threatening. Active TB is contagious and has some symptoms that shouldn't be ignored. Unexplained weight loss, loss of appetite, chills, fatigue, fever and night sweats are symptoms of active TB. Latent TB. Latent TB occurs when you have TB bacteria in your body, but it's inactive. It means you don't experience any symptoms and you aren't contagious. But if you have a weak immune system, then latent TB can turn into active TB. Pulmonary TB. Active TB that involves lungs is known as pulmonary TB. It is contracted by airborne bacteria. When you inhale the air exhaled by a TB patient, then there are high chances that you'll contract TB, since germs remain in the air for several hours. People with pulmonary TB experience cough lasting 3 weeks or longer, chest pain and shortness of breath. Extrapulmonary TB. TB that involves bones and other organs is known as extrapulmonary TB. Symptoms, in this case, depends on the part of the body affected. TB lymphadenitis is the most common type of extrapulmonary TB, which involves the lymph nodes. It affects the lymph nodes in your neck. The TB lymphadenitis can cause fever, fatigue and night sweats. Skeletal TB. TB of bone is known as skeletal TB. In this case, TB spreads to your bones from your lungs or lymph nodes. It can affect the bones of your spine and joints. This type of TB is rare and it weakens your immune system. Symptoms for skeletal TB include severe back pain, stiffness, swelling and bone deformities. Miliary TB. TB that spreads in your body affecting one or several organs is known as miliary TB. This type of TB often affects the lungs, bone marrow, and liver. But it can also spread to other parts of the body, including the spinal cord, brain, and heart. Liver TB. Liver TB occurs when TB affects the liver. This type of TB is also known as hepatic. Liver TB can spread to the liver from the lungs, lymph nodes, or the portal vein. Symptoms include high-grade fever, upper abdominal pain, liver enlargement and jaundice. Genitourinary TB. This is the second most common type of TB. It affects any part of the genitals or urinary tract, but the kidneys are the most affected ones. It usually spreads to the area from the lungs through the lymph nodes. Symptoms of genitourinary TB depend on the parts affected and may include testicular swelling, painful urination, pelvic pain, back pain and infertility. Not many are aware about these types of TB, and hence informing people is a must and the only way to fight TB. Please subscribe my channel. Sunday the 24th of July. Tuberculosis. Types of TB that one should be aware of. Tuberculosis is an infectious disease which mainly affects the lungs.